are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine.
I definitely think it would be Ascend by Victoria Orenze.
Okay.
Ascend the highest mountain. It's the mountain of the Lord, you know.
Okay, that's nice.
I am a disability rights advocate. And at the moment, I work as a disability inclusion facilitator with Light for the World. It's a part-time consultancy on disability inclusion. We support different entities, organizations, and companies on how to achieve the agenda of disability inclusion. We conduct different things. Of course, when you approach us, we have different steps of engagement we'll take you through. You can have a disability inclusion disability awareness training for your staff. We can support you to have disability inclusive programming and budgeting and different things that will enable you. We also conduct rapid accessibility audits for office premises or even websites. That is to ensure that your premises are disability friendly. For example, if someone comes on a wheelchair, can they easily access your offices? If someone with a visual impairment is navigating your website, can they easily zoom the content in there? Or is the content there friendly to softwares that read out aloud? Because some of them, like JAWS, TalkBack, yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, we audit it for the good to enable you to have, to become more accessible to people. It's actually, at times we have a disability inclusion scorecard that we conduct with a company that's helping you rate where you are at disability inclusion. Could be on policy and governance, employment, financing, and the results from that is what inspires where we start the journey with you. What we can do together to help you achieve disability inclusion. So if you get a 0 on the scorecard, really, it's not for expulsion.
Okay.
It is to create room for improvement.
Okay,
yes,
yes, Teacher Noeline.
First of all, being a woman and a woman with a disability, those are like two strong points. So the theme of this month being inspiring inclusion, I'm looking at it from a perspective of being a woman and being a woman with disability. And what I do in the field of advocacy, because I work as a disability inclusion advocate in different spaces, different sectors. Tomorrow you'll find me with the team at Ministry of Finance. Tomorrow I'm at the American Embassy. So I feel like I bring lived experiences to the table, and it is usually beautiful to have someone tell their story and tell you how to address their need from an experienced point of view rather than from an observative point of view. Okay, I think it's generally about being a person with albinism. I'm the only person with albinism in my family and my community. So I literally grew up being used to being unique.
Okay.
So wherever I go, in everything I do, I have an aspect of being unique, and I'm comfortable that way. I'm comfortable with not being the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just in their lives.
One, I would like to remind them or reassure them that the disability does not define who they are. You can still have a disability as long as you understand it and understand how to address those needs. You can reach your full potential and be an expert in different things, not necessarily just disability. Like we can conquer our spaces, different spaces, and thrive anywhere else. Disability does not define who you are.
Okay. Be better people, really.
One thing we need to accept that disability is part of mankind, and disabilities are diverse. So if you're to be intentional about disability inclusion, one, you have to understand what disability is. Two, you have to appreciate that learning is continuous. Three, you have to know that to make, if you're planning a program, first of all, we need to know that people with disabilities are a wider force. The recently concluded, the latest census showed that 12.4% of the Ugandan population are persons with disabilities. But also, currently, those have been many years long ago. At the moment, I believe that the prevalence of disability is higher because the increasing number of accidents on the way, the effects of COVID-19, and even maybe some people with disabilities didn't participate in the census. So to meaningfully include this population, we have to plan with them. When you plan with people with disabilities, you understand what their needs are. Other than planning for them, you may plan and bring what is not needed. For example, if you'd planned with me, would know that I'm comfortable with font size 14 as opposed to this other, and that would be, like, it would help us work out, rather than saying maybe since you're coming to see people with disabilities, you plan to have a sign language interpreter, and you may realize that today you may not need their services. So we should understand that people with disabilities experience disability differently, and they have different needs. We can only know these needs after we've engaged them, we've heard from them, and know how to address them.
Okay. Now for the quick fire round.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Books or movies?
Books. Okay, today books.
All right, thank you so much, Noeline.
You're welcome.
Very grateful that you've been able to come today, and we hope we can work together
Oh
in the
yeah.
future. Yeah.
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.